Good afternoon and welcome to the Seed Innovations Limited Annual General Meeting 2025. Throughout this recorded meeting, attendees will be in listen-only mode. I'd now like to hand you over to Luke Cairns, Interim Chairman. Good morning.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Luke Cairns and I will be chairing the meeting today. It's now 2 p.m. and I declare the meeting open. My fellow directors are Lance Jersey here with me in Guernsey, with Ed McDermott and Alfredo Pasquale joining remotely. As announced, we are not hosting a presentation or taking questions from investors as part of an investor update at this meeting, given that there are a number of changes to implement as a result of the resolutions voted upon at this meeting. We are proposing that any investor update is therefore deferred until such time that there is a meaningful progress report as these changes are implemented. Turning our attention to the business of the meeting, please be advised that all shareholder votes have been received by proxy, and as chairman, I will represent these votes cast, and my fellow director, Lance Jersey, is representing his own interest, making this meeting quorate in accordance with the company's Articles of Association. More than 60 million shares have cast votes on each resolution, which is a healthy turnout of more than 31% of the available shares. Turning now to those resolutions as set out in the notice of the 2025 Annual General Meeting circulated on the 18th of July 2025, please allow me to propose the following. Ordinary Resolution 1, to receive the reports of the directors and auditor and the audited financial statements for the year ended 31st of March. Proxies received in favour, which will come up on the screen, are 58,957,157, against 1,059,349, withheld 859,643. The resolution is therefore passed. Ordinary Resolution 2, to reappoint Grant Thornton Limited as auditor and to authorise the directors to agree their remuneration. Votes in favour, 58,037,444, against 1,924,062, withheld 914,643. The resolution is therefore passed. Ordinary Resolution 3, to reappoint Mr. Lance Jersey as a director. Votes in favour, 57,629,734, against 2,331,772, withheld 914,643. The resolution is therefore passed. Ordinary Resolution 4, to empower the directors to issue or allot equity securities up to a maximum of 200% of the ordinary shares in issue, as more specifically set out in Ordinary Resolution 4 in the notice. Proxies received in favour, 56,015,430, against 4,023,098, withheld 837,621. The resolution is therefore passed. Turning now to the special resolutions. Special Resolution 5 is to empower the directors to issue or allot equity securities for cash, pursuant to Ordinary Resolution 4 without preemption rights to shareholders, on the terms as more specifically set out in Special Resolution 5 as set out in the notice. In favour, 52,820,457, against 7,218,071, withheld 837,621. The resolution is therefore passed. Ordinary Resolution 6, to approve the buyback on the terms as more specifically set out in Ordinary Resolution 6 set out in the notice. Proxies received in favour, 56,975,185, against 3,900,945, withheld 19. The resolution is therefore passed. And finally, Resolution 7 is to approve the adoption of a new investing policy for the company. Votes in favour, 59,307,300, against 1,115,551, withheld 453,298. The resolution is therefore passed. This concludes the resolutions. Many thanks to all shareholders that have exercised their voting rights, and I now declare the formal business of the meeting closed. The support shown by our shareholders in passing today's resolutions will see us evolve our investing policy to encompass opportunities in the fast-moving and already huge markets of robotics and artificial intelligence. At the core of this transition remains the fundamental upon which the investment thesis of the company has always been based, exposing investors through their shareholding in Seed to investment opportunities they otherwise would not have access to, which have the potential for extraordinary returns. This is particularly true of the areas covered by the new investing policy. As detailed in the circular, this new strategy will also see changes to the board, further details of which will be announced as matters are formalised. Notwithstanding the potential that the company's new direction represents, we are mindful that some shareholders may prefer return of capital in light of the new direction. Accordingly, the proposed tender offer, which will be launched imminently following today's resolutions, will provide the means to do so. The board shares the frustration of shareholders in the disproportionate disparity between the company's NAV and its share price, and we believe that the path we are now on, as voted for by our shareholders, represents a very real prospect of addressing this whilst also growing both. We look forward to providing further updates as and when appropriate. And with that said, we will now be closing this meeting and meet the board to begin implementing some of these changes. Thank you to those in attendance for your time, and I'll now hand back to IMC.
Thank you very much indeed for updating attendees today. Can I please ask attendees not to close the session, to be automatically redirected to provide your feedback in order that the team can better understand your views and expectations. It's going to take a few moments to complete, but most greatly valued by the company. On behalf of the board of Seed Innovations Limited, I'd like to thank you for attending today's annual general meeting. That concludes today's session, and good afternoon to you.